killing today? What? A to-do list? So, no rats. Rats. What is up, my family? Welcome to Beller Family Fun. Today and this weekend, Lindsay and the boys are out of town, so I've got time to do things. So I spent all this morning working on the underneath the car, trying to figure out if there's a wire short or if it's a sensor, but my analog brake, wheel speed sensor, so nothing's breaking as far as, nothing's going to cause me to wreck. Just the sensor is going in and out. And I don't know if it's a sensor or some loose wires. Well, blah, blah, blah. I spent all this morning working on it, got nothing done, but nothing is popping up and flashing at me right now, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Now, I don't have a whole lot of time left in the day, so I'm just going to mess around and do a few things. I've got the mower, I might go ahead and change oil in that. I'm going to beef up some of the structure on the playhouse, and we'll just see where it goes from there. Come on, let's go. I don't know if these are gonna hold it, but I'm gonna try. Might have worked better than I anticipated. It's holding it up. This side is about right. That side is too high because I had to hold up the whole thing. This behind it is a 2x6, one in front is 2x8. A little beefier, a little bigger. I'm gonna be pushing my luck here. I'm gonna try to tap it about 1/4 of an inch that way just so it looks nicer, even though I should just screw it up and leave it. But what's fun in that? So I'm gonna give it a couple of taps and hopefully I can nudge it down without knocking the whole thing down. All right, I like the way that looks. I'm gonna run some screws in to hold this side, one screw in to hold this side in place, level it out so it's level, right? And then put a few more screws in to cinch it down in place, and I'm gonna get some bolts, run a hole through, and just cinch it down tight. You know, whatever that. All right, in true Joey fashion, I'm just going to start working and see what happens. My plan, drill some holes, run some bolts through it, cinch it down super tight, and then throw a couple extra screws in just for good measure, I guess. All right, now that should be enough, plenty to hang things from, so we can do pull-ups and what is that, American Ninja Warrior thingies. So we'll probably do something across here, and we'll just keep expanding as we go. I think that's all I'm doing for this today. What else can I do? Follow me. Well, this is my trailer. This built for the canoe. Trailer, built for the canoe, but I use it on the, I kind of retrofitted it for the kayak. This is just kind of temporary, kind of needs its own design. This is just what I came up with just so I could get to the lake and go fishing. What I've seen people do is put crates on the back of their kayaks to hold more gear. And I've also seen where they take PVC, put it on there, you can hold more fishing rods. I recently, a couple months ago, added 2 rod holders to the back of the kayak. That's not enough, I want more. I've got a small 2-foot piece of PVC, a plan, cut it, zip tie it to that basket, and I can hold more rods. So that's what I'm gonna do. Should be a pretty short project. What am I in? 7 minutes and 30 seconds? So what I've done is I've cut these down, put them in there, zip tied them. So there's, I mean, I can twist it but they're in there solid. I probably need to think of a better way to tie down this basket. So what I've done is I've taken this bungee and I've gone through, down, and hooked on here, because it used to go across and latch. I'm sure everybody's seen those before. But it is just kind of bungeed down. This bungee is old and it probably will break, and I don't want to lose everything I have in here. Maybe I'd add floats to it, so that way when it does fall, it floats. Well, sweet. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rod holders instead of just jamming them in down there by my feet and getting them tangled up. I think that's going to work out pretty well. And then I can throw tackle and extra stuff in here, or maybe life jacket, something like that. Sweet, I'm ready to test this sucker out. All right, I think I got it all rigged up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 rods on here. I could always add 2 more if I really felt like it, but 4 right here right now works perfect. Sometimes I take Joey in here to go fishing with me, so I've got his rod and reel right here, and then I've got a couple of mine so I can do a floater bobber situation and maybe some jigging and things like that at the same time. Maybe, I don't even know if that's legal, but with 2 anglers out of 1 boat, that may be okay. I'm not sure. This was my tackle box, my carry. I just grab it and go, had everything in it. So what I've done is I've put just some random stuff in here that some stuff I want to try, some stuff I've been using, and it sits right here in the top of this crate pretty well. It's a plain old box from probably the 80s, from when I was a kid, and works great. Stays up right up on top. I can still store things underneath, and I think that's going to be my setup. I'm going to try it out. Hopefully this evening I'll go get a line wet, see how she does. Maybe I'll bring you along. Say please. Maybe. Okay. Maybe I'll bring you along if I go. If I go, you can go. Okay? How about that? How about that? How about that? All right. How about that? How about that? What? Oh, wait. I was gonna work on the lawnmower. Man, I got carried away playing with the fishing gear. Why don't I make a mess and change the oil and the oil filter in the lawnmower? You want to do that? I don't, but I will because I need to. Let's do it. The oil looked pretty new when I got it. The whole thing was in rough shape. So what I did when I got it, let me start from the beginning. I got it, the whole thing rattled and shook whenever you tried to mow as far as the blades. So I knew there was something wrong with pulleys or something along those lines. And it ran a little rough. So what I did is I did air filter. So this thing was extremely beat up when I got it. Looked like it'd been used to push cars or something, I don't know. New air filter and the little pre-filter, so that's working pretty good. I also put a new spark plug in it, gapped the valves, so filter, spark plug, cleaned out the carburetor, and with that it was running like a top. The oil looked pretty good, so I left it in there. I think I'm gonna change it now, just because I've got the oil and the oil filter and the time to do it. I don't know when the next time I'll have time to do stuff like this, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out. Stick around. All right, cold, right? Cold. Let's see if it starts first try. Make sure we're good. Neutral. That should be enough to burn me. Alright, so what I've done, you see her there? Is I've kind of just loosened it just enough to drain straight down. Oh, here it comes. I just unthreaded it. There, now it's on just barely threaded. So now it's just kind of draining. Okay, well, if you want to sit here all day and drain it very slow, you can do that. Or if you're impatient like me and you want to see what happens when you just yank it out, that's what happens. Clean her up a little bit. Let's fill this bad boy up. How many of you said, wait, change the oil filter first, doof? Well, that's what I'm gonna do now. I also changed the fuel filter when I changed the air, spark plug, gapped the valves, cleaned the carburetor, all that stuff in the beginning. So the story on this mower is I found it on Craigslist, gave $200 for it. Then I did everything I told you. The bottom, like I said earlier, rattled really bad. So I went ahead and bought all new bearings. So that would be 4 bearings for the pulleys underneath where the shaft for the blade goes, and replaced all those. Wasn't too bad of a job, and runs great now. It's not perfectly balanced, but it runs and it cuts very even. New blades as well. So I spent about 50 bucks. So all in all, I've got about $150, including oil and oil filter that I also just hadn't got around to yet. But for 250 bucks, not a bad mower. That looks perfect. Did I accidentally get it perfect? Here we go. Hello and welcome to the lake. I forgot, I got all the way down here. I was right about to load the boat in the water, or unload, whatever you want, however you want to say. And I go, where's my paddle? Crud, I don't have a paddle. So I left everything here, including you, the GoPro, sprinted home on my bike, grabbed the paddle and grabbed the water while I was there, thank goodness, and rode as fast as I could back. I'm a little behind the ball now because I planned it out to be here about a little bit before 7, hoping to be full-fledged fishing by now, or by 7:30, which is, I'm just hitting the water now. Oh my goodness. I just needed to take, what is that, 58 seconds? Okay, I'm good. 58 seconds is all I needed. All right, let's go, let's go. Quit dilly-dallying. Paddles backwards. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, we're good. That's it. It got dark on me. Didn't catch. I stayed, tried. I was trying to catch some fish. Caught a little one. I don't know, maybe big enough to be bait. But I kept trying, kept fishing. Got dark on me. Decided to call it quits. Head back home. Trailer in the dark is not always the funnest thing, but it is what it is. I hung out as long as I could to try to catch something. Didn't. So we'll see. I might go again tomorrow. I got another project I think I'm gonna try to tackle tomorrow, but if not, see you next time. Thanks for watching.